What is good, everybody? Welcome back to another Friday night live stream here during Beattober. Welcome. Thank you all for joining me. We got some chill vibes this evening. We have a few things that we're going to be getting into today. The number one thing being the 343 sample challenge. Shared a sample with everybody over on the 343 Discord and 343 Studio. We're going to be going through the entries for that. Just ask people to flip a sample. So that's great. We're going to be going through that. I'm going to flip the sample myself. We're going to be making some music this evening, of course, on the new Akai MPK Mini Plus. I wonder what y'all thought about that controller. We can get into talking about it while I flip the sample and stuff. So that's cool. Why is somebody telling me the voice is delayed? Tell me. Tell me if the audio is okay. Please. Thank you. Now it's okay? Red hair Julian, be careful with that. The audio wasn't fine though. That's interesting. And hey, the Board Game Buddies donated $5. Welcome. Thank you so much to the Board Game Buddies. I didn't even get into all that because aside from checking out all your music that the sample flips for the 343 Labs, aside from making some music all month long, we are raising money for the Music and Youth Initiative, an amazing nonprofit that builds free music programs for underserved students, underserved teens across the country. Kids need access to instruments. Kids need access to recording studios to learn how to use all this stuff, to good teachers to teach them how to do all this stuff. That's what Music and Youth does. They fund all that good stuff. So the donate button right below the stream, which our friend the Board Game Buddies just donated $5, kicked us off. That donate button, those funds go directly to the Music and Youth Initiative. However, that is of course not the only way you can donate. There are many ways you can donate, including a PayPal link, because that YouTube donation function isn't available in all regions. It's not possible for everybody. So we have a direct PayPal link to donate at beattober.com/donate if you want to find out more. Let me hyperlink that for y'all. And I'm going to tell you all about our custom MIDI controller auctions and all the other cool ways you can donate right after I tell you about the sponsor for today's stream, which is 343 Labs, 343 Studio. You know them, you love them. I've been working with 343 Labs for a long time, pretty much just hit the 4-year mark working with 343 Labs. They're an electronic music school based in New York City, Berlin, and online. There's two things happening here. There's the proper school, 343 Labs, right? You go there, you take classes. They've got a really rigorous curriculum, a really well thought out curriculum. And look at that. There's a video handbook taught by none other than Claire Lim that you can take advantage of right now at 343labs.com. And then they got 343 Studio, which is an interesting, it's like a membership model. You can get access to their expert instructors, one-on-one lessons, collaboration workshops. Who is that handsome guy? Collaboration workshops. It's a good way to connect with other music producers. The mentorship sessions are huge because you get to meet like really awesome producers through that. A lot of you know Stella, who's joined me on stream before, John Selway, Abe Duque, all the great instructors over there. So we're brought to you by them. That's where the sample is to download. And hey, I need to say thank you to Xavier Lebano, who just donated another $5. Thank you so much. And that warrants a techno break, those two donations. In true 343 fashion, the Friday night crew is like always coming through with the donos. And in fact, I do have a donation update for you all. But I should at least just type in thank you to 343 Studio for sponsoring today's stream. And I'm going to put the link there too, http://studio.343labs.com. Did I mention also that we're going to be doing a bunch of giveaways tonight? we are going to be giving away, first of all, the retweet bounty today. We're going to be giving away a copy of FL Studio Producer Edition. We're going to kick that off in a minute. All you have to do is retweet my going live announcement tweet, which I have not posted yet. Don't go there yet. We're going to do that right off the bat. Then we are going to give away 3 awesome prizes to 3 lucky winners of today's sample flip challenge, aka that is 1 full 343 Labs class. Of course, you don't have to be in New York or Berlin. You can do it online. And then as well as 2 runners-up will get 343 Pro Sessions master classes. These are really amazing master classes that are usually live with an awesome artist. And then each of those 3 winners will also get a 6-month Output Arcade license. So we're going to be giving away good stuff today. Just be here, hanging out, all that good stuff. Who was the philanthropist that gave away the mic? That was David Sams. I sorted out all the giveaways. I'm up to date on giveaways, I think. So prizes should be coming people's way. Some of them got sorted out today. So if you don't hear anything or you don't see anything, it's because it's the weekend and these people that work at companies take, it's like a normal job where they have weekends off, I believe. Wait, I gotta read this. When you get a moment, will you give your opinion if it's worth it to get the Akai Plus over the MPK Mini 3? I just bought the 3 and don't know if I should exchange. Well, we'll talk about that as we go through today. But I think if you've watched my video or if you watched any of my videos on the MPKs, I think you probably have enough information to make that decision for yourself. But maybe we can talk through some of the pros and cons of the MPK Mini Plus as we work on music today. Where's my background music? So yeah, I'm excited to hear y'all's music. I'm excited to make some music. I'm excited to raise some money. So let me give you all a fundraising update. Remember, we're raising money for a good cause. I'm not talking about donate to me. This is for our charity efforts. First of all, most pressingly, we have an auction for a custom Arturia Mini Lab. We have 3 auctions going right now, but this one I say is the most pressing because it ends tomorrow, Saturday morning. It ends in 16 hours and 9 minutes. So if you want to make this yours, there are 12 bids on it already. I say jump on it as soon as you can because it's going to go to somebody. And if you want it to be yours, you only have a limited amount of time. So that auction is happening. It's expiring in 16 hours tomorrow. Right when we kick off our stream tomorrow morning, actually, we'll know. We'll see that it has sold. But you don't win that one, no worries, because we've also got an Akai MPK Mini. Now this one dropped a challenge from Milo in the chat. Yep, tried to outbid me. You know what? I wrote that thing in chat and then I never pinned it. So let me pin it. But then I can't see the live donation thing. All right, anyway. 170.50. This MPK Mini already has 9 bids on it. 8 days left in this auction, but seems like it's going to be a popular one. All the proceeds of these auctions go to the Music and Youth Initiative, by the way. Oh, I should link you to the MPK Mini. Here's the link to the MPK Mini. These are all custom skinned with an original painting. Hi, Crystal. And then the custom Complete Control M32 has already got a bid on it, $139. You can jump in and grab this one as well. This one ends at the same time as the MPK. I think this one will end sometime during our 24-hour live stream, which I still need to, yes it will, which I still need to kind of organize. I was just talking to our special guest that will join us for the 24-hour stream today. And hey, I gotta put my DND on, but I just want to say, shout out and thank you to Bill Bancroft. Bill, I saw you in chat, but Bill dropped a $20 dono over on PayPal, so thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I very much appreciate that. And let me give you all an overall donation update. But just a reminder, yes, those auctions contribute, and as well as these one-on-one lessons contribute. One-on-one with TAETRO, there are only 8 of these remaining. There is a limited number. So if you want to get a one-on-one with me, we can cover any of the topics you think I can help you with. One-on-one Zoom lesson. That would be great. Pick up one of those. This is pretty much the one and only time a year I do a lesson like that. Now, where is my sticky note with the total on it? Where are you? Ah, there you are. Okay. Now, we have to do this. We have to do a little live math, which you all know I don't love to do. But we did get 10 in before, so that's 83. And then we just got 20 from Bill over on PayPal. And if you do make a PayPal donation, shout me out, because I won't see it on my phone because I have Do Not Disturb on. For the stream, of course. 4303. That's where we're at. So we're picking up the pace a little bit, I'll say, from the last stream. But that also being said, it's the 21st. There's 10 days left of Beattober. Of course, these fundraisers, the beginning you get a lot of donations, the end you get a lot of donations. If we at least start going in towards the final week of Beattober with halfway to our goal of $10,000, which would be $5,000, that would be huge. One other thing I also I forgot to mention was about sound packs, which I'll talk about that in a minute. Time to finish strong. So Friday night crew, if you're able to donate, of course, that's the only people we want donating. People that are able to, people that are comfortable financially enough to make donations. Of course, if you got your own things to take care of, don't worry about it. You can always help the stream by doing lots of things, by talking about Beattober with people, by spreading just the word about the cause, posting your Beattober beats, and also by going to retweet this tweet, which will also get you a chance to win a prize. Today, the prize is FL Studio Producer Edition. So let's do that. What should I write? It's Friday Night Madness. I'm going to assume that this is being in jest, I hope. All in good fun, all in good fun. It's Friday Night Madness. MPK Mini Plus. Plus 343 sample challenge. Sample challenge. All right, so all you got to do, head over to my Twitter and smash the retweet button. And then we'll draw a random winner for that in about 10 minutes. So go for it. I tweeted it now. It is live now. All right, so everybody listen up. Serious conversation time. What do you all want to do during the 24-hour live stream? Here's some things that I want to do. The thing I was just about to pick up, was not where I thought it was. Let me grab it. Instead of putting the custom, my mom made it SP404 crochet plushie on an eBay auction, I was thinking we could potentially do a live auction in chat. A live auction in chat. I think that could be fun. And I'm gonna grab my I'm gonna grab my Beattober notebook to write down some of these ideas. BeattoberShop.com to grab it. A call-in show is a good idea. I don't really need to be punched in this much. I just wanted some dramatic effect. A call-in aspect. Now our special mystery guest, I think, has agreed to do some trivia, like music production trivia. We'll do call in. a live, and you would all be able to participate at home, I believe. Now, what if I also drop a brand new collectible merch item during the 24-hour stream? What would you all think about that? TF Construction says, hey, you're live. I finally made it. Yes, if you all are joining us for the first time, maybe it's TF's first time, maybe not. But if you are, go ahead and let us know in chat. Bye, this stream is boring for me. Okay, bye. Please go back and watch. Oh, I almost slipped up. Bye. Oh, I'll produce one track. That's a good idea. That was almost bad. That was almost a clip it and ship it moment. Billboard Shaw says, I like the new merch. Thank you so much. I love this live, bro. It teaches us a lot. Thank you, Loria Gray. And I also think the thing about these lives, yes, 24-hour stream is happening. It's happening the 29th through the 30th. I think I maybe need to communicate it a bit more. During the 24-hour live stream, we will also have the Beattober Awards. And I'm going to tell you, here's how I'm planning to do the 24-hour live stream. Instead of just one stream link where we'll be live for 24 hours, we will have scheduled segments. So Beattober Awards will have its own link. We'll be live for 24 hours straight, but we're going to jump from link to link because we couldn't watch the stream. We can't go back and watch last year's stream since it was 24 hours long. All streams over 12 hours on YouTube, you can't go back and watch the VOD. So there's that. We could do another horror movie. That was fun. 1 hour TAETRO emo pop punk jam. That needs to be a yearly thing. Ooh, it could be a thing. I don't know. It's tough. Maybe. Since you've had some time with MPK Mini Plus, are you loving it or is it still growing on you? We'll get into that today. Be jamming. Hacker Buff says, and breathe. Yes. And breathe. I clapped back a lot in my comment section today because I was in a waiting room and I had a little extra time. Too much time, perhaps, with access to my comment section. Oh, Amelia said no more. What did we watch last year? Night of the Living Dead or something? That was fun. Marvel movie marathon. We can't watch a copyrighted movie, unfortunately. But yeah, let me grab this tweet. We could play a scary game or something. We could have some video game incorporation. I have to do some testing. But some video game incorporation, who could say? Your last chance to go retweet this tweet to blast off today's stream. Don't be rude to TAETRO guide. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's just very interesting. People get very play Phasmophobia. Good idea. Dota. That's not gonna happen, unfortunately. People get very passionate about gear that they like and not very rational. It's okay. I try to stress this in my videos. It's okay to like a piece of gear that doesn't check the boxes that gives it an A+. But if another piece of gear comes along and I point out the fact that your favorite piece of gear doesn't have that box checked, it can still be your favorite piece of gear. It's okay. I promise it's okay. Let's play PUBG New State. What's PUBG New State? People are like that in the anime community too. Yeah, in K-pop it's the same thing. People try to tear down the stuff that everybody else loves, you know? Yarn Chic 60 call in for the 24-hour live stream. We can arrange that. Maybe. I wonder if we could make a sample pack during the live stream. PlayStation, Xbox, PC. It would probably be PC just because of the way the tech is run here. I wonder if I could get a few. So we're going to have an in-house guest. But I wonder if we could get a couple guests to pop in and stop by for an hour or something. All right, I'm going to do the retweet winner. So let's figure out who's going to go home with a copy of FL Studio Producer Edition. Thanks so much for the support. And if you guys want to hear my little rant, I'm going to give you all a little spicy rant after we pull this name. So if you're ready for a little spicy rant, get ready. A little spice, and then we're going to start making some music. All right, let me copy this link. Spicy rant incoming. So as y'all know, we've been doing lots of giveaways all Beattober because we're not only challenging ourselves as producers, but I also want to take this opportunity to give back to this community, which supports me year in, year out, but also to activate this community for a great cause. That's why Beattober is for a nonprofit like the Music and Youth Initiative in support of that. So I can put my small power as an individual in getting freebies for everybody and spread them out to my audience in the fairest way possible, which is just like random giveaways. And then we can come together as a large collective unit and maybe put funds together or help raise funds and raise awareness for a bigger cause like the Music and Youth Initiative. That's the whole vibe here. Okay, so as usual, I'm going to start saying this. With all the giveaways in Beattober, unless it's vote related, if it's a random drawing, with all these Beattober giveaways, we will re-roll it if you have already won a giveaway. Okay? Unless it's a vote, audience votes contest or a Beattober award, that doesn't matter. If it's a random draw, we will re-roll if you've already won a giveaway. So here we go. I am rolling. Ready, go. Darn. Wanted to do it on the beat drop. Go. Owen Studios. What am I supposed to know how to say it? Owen Walzak. All right, can I click on this? Oh God, I don't know what's on your Twitter. Okay, let me just copy your little name here. I'm gonna get this all sorted out for you on Monday, my friend. So we're gonna go live for a stream tomorrow, and then on Monday, I will get all the remaining giveaways sorted from the weekend. Okay, so hang tight, but congrats. Can we get a congrats in the chat for Owen for winning today's retweet bounty? You've won a copy of FL Studio Producer Edition. Heck yeah. All right, great. So first giveaway is done. Congrats to Owen. Is Owen in chat? I'm not sure, but thanks for the retweet. All right. All right, y'all want the spicy? Y'all want the spice? This is going to be controversial. So you all know I love Ableton, right? Like, I've used Ableton for years. Years and years and years. I've made so much content on Ableton. I'm in the process of making the best beginner's course for Ableton Live on YouTube. I'm not saying they owe me anything. They don't owe me anything. And even our sponsor for today, 343 Labs, is a Ableton Certified Training Center because we've got Ableton Certified Trainers on staff. And back in the day when Live 11 was dropping, I got in on the early release. I got Live 11 in advance. Cool. That's great. I was in touch with a cool guy from Ableton. He got relocated. So when Beattober rolled around, I put out all the words, all the people I knew. Hey, here's what's going on. Of course, I only had the contact that moved offices, moved overseas, but still at the company. He said he'll put me in touch with the LA team, which he did. but they never responded about Beatober, unfortunately. But we've got great brands like FL Studio, Image Line, I should say, who were more than happy to hook me up with a license and hook me up with licenses to give away. But that's fine. Things fall through the cracks, etc., etc., etc. But as you all know, earlier this week, Ableton released an app, Ableton Note. Now, I've been making some content with Ableton Note, and I think many people enjoyed this content. It performed quite well for one of my regular own reels. And I think this was a pretty good demo of the app from A to Z. Showing making a beat, the cloud functionality, etc. I thought this was a pretty good demo. And Ableton the past few days have been sharing on their story. They've been sharing like these kind of videos, other videos that other creators have made with Ableton Note, just screen grabs. And they've shared some other videos. But for one reason or another, and again, maybe it flew under the radar, maybe they just didn't see it. They didn't share it. But this has been kind of like an ongoing thing. So I don't know what's going on. If there's like a jaded chatter, like if there was like a jaded fan of the channel or something over on the social media team. But I do think it's interesting some of the artists they choose to share and what they do versus just with the okay, that's all I'm gonna say. I just think it's interesting. So you know what, we threw out a little bait today. I was in the waiting room, like I said, and instead of replying to comments with shade, I went ahead and did my own version. I said, oh, they must only like the like screen grabbed versions of the projects, and I think it's pretty good. Let me run this back. I had fun making this one. So I put and they are tagged in this, so it will show up in their notifications. They are also following me, which means I'll show up at the top of their notifications, and I'm verified, so it will show up at the top of their notifications. So all I'm saying is we'll see, and all I'm saying is something's going on over there. I will not be gaslit into thinking, oh, my stuff's just not good enough to be featured by Ableton anymore. I'm no longer going to be under that suspicion or belief. But anyway, that's enough of a little spicy rant. More giveaways later today. I'm going to be checking out the entries later today as well. But for now, let me go ahead on to 343 Studio. Time to throw yourself in the retweet and win yourself a copy of FL Studio. No, they've been more than kind, and they've already provided me with I've had more contact in the last 3 weeks with Image Line than I have ever had with Ableton. But, it's fine. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is head over to the 343 Studio site, which you can all do this as well in this very moment. Unfortunately, Stella couldn't make it tonight because usually we do these streams earlier, but we are unfortunately on Beatober schedule, so she couldn't make it this late on the East Coast. I'm gonna download this sample. So I provided this sample. Anybody can go download it now. You can actually make a free account on 343 Studio and get some of the free recorded classes that are on there. Just a spooky little lead sound. Let's click download on that. Not sure how we should flip this, but I'm always kind of conscious of how I choose a sample that is meant to be for like a sample challenge like this, because if it's if it's not a good sample to flip, you got to be able to grab parts of this. So at least in parts of this, you'll be able to grab some harmony. You'll be able to grab some like single notes if you want. It's not going to box you into a certain genre. So I'm excited to see what y'all did with this sample in a bit. But let me go ahead and drop this in here. Let me just docs on my downloads there. That's perfect. You see me download the same manual 18 times. So I think this actually comes from a stem of one of my Beattober beats. And what was I going to say? If you are making Beattober beats, even if you've only made a few, there's lots of opportunity for you to go ahead and take, even if you're not going to do anything with the beats, take those beats and bounce out the stems, or bounce out like a single musical idea that you made, or maybe there's a preset in there that you liked that you could keep for a future song, an effects rack, or anything like that, a particular instrument. Make use of the Beattober beats that you're not necessarily going to do anything with the actual music of. You have construction side your stuff rocks, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I think even beyond the value of what we're doing, the value of like if I'm a good artist or not is one thing. I think the value of what we're doing as a community is much more worthwhile and much more notable, which is why it was especially disappointing to not have heard from Ableton in regards to support for Beattober. Even something like, oh, sorry, we don't have a budget to sponsor anything, or we can't give any NFRs, that kind of thing. I guess I probably have to pay like $5,000 to go become a certified trainer to make it on the radar. Who can say? Should we make an instrument out of this? Let's try it. Out of one of these one shots. We can also flip the what do you call it? The melody in general. All right, that's fine. We want to not catch that little end of it. Did you all see the reel that I posted, the Beattober beat with the beat we made the other day, the like indie emo rock one? I had a lot of fun with that. Sounds so much more. So much creepier when it gets time stretched. And you know what? Now I'm thinking, let's make use of the M32 in a more interesting way. And let's actually chop this sample like we would. Sorry for all the camera switching. I keep hitting the wrong button. Let's flip this actually. Like chopped. Let's chop it. Let's go to slice. Let's slice it by, should we slice it by beat? And I'm actually going to pull this starting playhead in beat 2 where the actual sound starts. And we could probably go with half. Let's go with actually a bigger division than that. And let's chop this like this, like almost like MPC or 404 style. Somebody tell me, why does this happen? Okay, there it is. What was all, if you did the sample flip, I'm wondering what was all your approaches to flipping this sample? Or what would your approach be, even if you didn't? My first approach would be what I started to do there already, which was grab a one-shot sample. And one thing I do like to do, I kind of took this from Mondo Loops. He does this with like pretty much so many things that he samples for lo-fi. He just takes things and like pitches them down. 2 semitones, or from what I've seen from him, that's kind of what he does. I guess I can trigger this. And maybe we could even bounce the tempo up. I'm going to put it on trigger mode so it does roll through these. And then one last thing I'm going to do is just throw a delay on here to give us more of a rhythmic time feeling. And maybe we can turn this into something even a little dancey. I'm not sure. But if y'all have questions about the if y'all have questions about the MPK Mini Plus, now would be also a good time to ask. I'll answer them as we go here. Let me get metronome on. Wish there was a button for that on the keyboard. All right, that was a kind of a bunch of nonsense, but I think we can turn it into something. At least quantizing it, snapping that idea to a grid. Does it have its own sounds? I didn't see a speaker on it. No, it's not like the MPK Mini Play. I kind of talked about this in my video at the end, but what I hope Akai will do is, we've got this now, but now what's happening is the original MPK Mini doesn't have MIDI in and out, but its 2 main competitors, even other, maybe 3 main competitors. The Donner MIDI keyboard has MIDI out. The Launch Key Mini has MIDI out. The Arturia MIDI keyboard has MIDI out. Now the MPK Mini doesn't have MIDI out. So I get that that's not for everybody, but that is one knock. I think that there's no reason they can't get the MIDI out and the MIDI tech onto the MPK Mini, but if they could go ahead and make an MPK Mini Pro, one that is MPK Mini Play, MPK Mini Plus, and just MPK Mini combined, keep it a 25 key mini keyboard, I think they're gonna have a lot. They'll have their work cut out for them. All right, since we're giving away some arcade licenses later today, I want to go ahead and grab some samples potentially. Let me see. I actually don't have these downloaded, so this might actually not be the best thing to do in this moment. Wish I could just download this, please. All right, I'm just not even gonna mess with it now. I thought I had these downloaded, but I actually had them downloaded on the other Mac. So let's just quickly load up some, should we do like a lo-fi housey vibe almost? Okay, lo-fi. What do we have here? We don't need that. Lo-fi jams, maybe. I think these have some good drums, but I gotta chop them a bit. We could get away with that, maybe. Let's see. I just want to get the kick from this. Bank. I like the snare better, so let's just grab the snare from this. Got a weird texture on it. And this is like a jazzy kick. Let's do that. But let's have a second snare. Let's load up a second snare like that one. I can give you guys more DAW audio too if you need it. Did you start the production with expensive gear? Do I start any of my productions with expensive gear? Can you define for me, your definition of expensive gear? Not like a price, but like what's the name of a item that is you would consider expensive gear? I'm curious. Because I honestly don't think I have a little bit. I know I'm a little bit skewed and privileged in my position as like a content creator who gets many things for free. But my passion has always been for kind of like some budget stuff. I mean, there's more expensive stuff. Like, I think I wouldn't have owned a lemon drop when I was a beginner, even though it's great. Push is expensive. I don't seem to use push that much though. Hopefully Ableton didn't hear that. I'm gonna end up on a list. I'm already on a list. What am I even saying? There's just like, with the expensive comes complexity, and I'm fine with complexity if it's if it pays off, right? But for me, the level of complexity that I usually dive into is generally like an in the box. I just want to grab little pieces of these drums and we'll build a drum idea. I can't stop thinking about that comment that said I was too boring. If only they had stayed to watch this very interesting me sifting through drum sounds. Let's grab that. Is that too short? I think we can do it. All right, and these are very quiet samples. I guess I could normalize on all of them. Normalize. That's pretty much already normalized. Do you like MPC Beat software? Don't get me started on MPC Beat software. No, it's horrible. It's absolutely terrible. I'm not in a ranty mood, but that is an objective fact. I don't care if they give it away for free. It's a shame that they give it away for free, actually, because people buy Akai gear and then they get this software, and then like, how long do they actually spend trying to get good at that software before they get frustrated, you know? All right, so I did this, but it's all for the sake of like doing some type of... And also, you know what else I want to do? I want to freeze this and flatten it and like maybe even chop it again to make something even better. Let's bring it down an octave. But you all hear how straight ahead that... You hear how straight ahead the rhythm is? So what I might even do is do a repitch. All right, let's mute this. Do like a vinyl stretch. So let's put that at 90. Maybe warp it. No. Oh, I get that, what that was doing. Okay. Let's go crazy for a second. And freeze this again. Flatten it again. Keep Jam says if it works, it works. We'll see if it works. MPC Beats doesn't support VST3 yet, but that is the least of MPC Beats' problems. And that's really the least of any problems, because mostly every plugin comes in audio units, VST and VST3. You'll be fine. You'll survive without VST3. But just the fact that, okay, I can go on and on about MPC Beats, but... Oh, I don't know. I'm playing this on the pads. I should. I just want to make a spooky lead out of a spooky lead. Does that make sense? This is coming. All right, I promise this is gonna go somewhere. I can hear it already. I think this is gonna be a good flip. I'm gonna use the buffer shuffler again. This is very similar to what we did the other day, actually. Now I didn't warp it in time. Let's see what happens when I do. I might abandon that in a second. It's like a Max for Live device that just kind of chops audio in real time. We gotta mute this other stuff while we play though. So all these, you're gonna see this like reverse and all that by step. I'm gonna keep it in the lower because the higher we go, I hear more of those artifacts. I have no idea what we're about to end up with, but I'm gonna, boom, do that. We're gonna build a beat around this now. We're sampling the sample and then sampling the sample that we made with that. Well, I'm not educated on the price points of Ableton. As far as cheaper, I'd say 100 to 150. So when you talk about expensive gear, I wasn't thinking about DAW. I saw a comment today about this as well when somebody was asking, oh, maybe it was in the Discord. Somebody was asking about buying the, what's the PreSonus DAW? Somebody was asking about, oh, TAETRO uses this. I'm trying to figure out what DAW to pick. Why not just get this for like $15.99 a month? Studio One. And it's like, sure, like you could make your decision about a DAW based on price. Of course, I understand that some people do indeed need to make decisions about the stuff they're purchasing by price. That's like a totally normal thing. But the thing about a DAW is once you start, you're going to invest a lot of time in learning it. The DAW is going to become your instrument. This is something you want to be very careful about. Because of that time investment that you're about to put in. I'm sorry that this sample is not turning out. The way I wanted it to. I thought we had something there. So sorry about that, but I'm just gonna do it one more time. If we can play something not melodic, but if we can play something interesting on it, we'll have it. But if not, we'll have to abandon this idea. Thank you for sticking with me as I work through this idea. So my point about the DAW there is, yes, you could go ahead and grab PreSonus or Studio One, but what I'll say is I cannot remember the last time I saw a producer working on Studio One, which is not to say that it's maybe bad, but it is to say that you are going to have trouble finding resources on how to use that DAW. Let's get back at our tempo. I think we'll find something here. Not with that playing though. 2, ready, go. What did I... Oh, I know. I guess I undid the... turning it off. 1, 2, ready, go. All right, that second half was a lot better, I thought. We're going to have to build out a lot around this, but I think this is not a terrible starting point. Is it possible to make full projects on Ableton Lite? See, this is the problem, Shoba, and it's not a problem with you or anything, but I think it's an issue with beginners and like the line of questioning that a lot of beginners end up in. You haven't even, or I don't know that this is your situation, but in many beginner situations, you haven't even started making anything yet, and you're worried about the limitations of what you're going to get. But meanwhile, if you can see what I do, maybe not today, as today is not like this project is taking me a bit longer than usual to make something actually cool and tangible. But if you watch what I do and you're like, man, I want to be able to do that, you shouldn't be considering any DAW other than Ableton Live. Plain and simple. Because you'll be able to learn from me, you'll be able to emulate what I do, and from there, you'll be able to grow and learn and start using it in your own way. That's super important at the beginning stage. What's not important is like, oh, can I make a full project? Like, if for a lot of beginners, you don't know what a full project is yet. Just focus on how to mix like drums, bass, a keyboard instrument, and a lead. You know what I mean? Work within those limitations. If you work within limitations and then eventually you find a need to outgrow them, then it comes time for you to upgrade, which if you're in this for any amount of longevity, you have to be planning on like, I'm going to start here, but eventually I'm going to grow to here. I think a lot of people's mentality is if I don't get the biggest and best thing right now, I'm never going to be able to do something. When it's like, no, chances are you're going to buy the biggest and best thing now, be super frustrated because you're going to be overstimulated by all your choices and all your options and all the tools that you don't know how to use, and you're going to give up quicker. Instead, you can master something more limited. Let's get this going. We gotta bring these drums way up though, eh? I wanted this to be like a little trippy. Really wishing there was a metronome button here. I could, yeah. Let's just play some ideas out here. It's so close. Let's try again. That ain't it either. It's close. Yeah, all right. So that basic beat that we just played there at the beginning. Thing that I love about the M32, no, I keep saying the M32 because it's a long keyboard. It's so weird how my brain is just like auto-correcting to that. The thing about the MPK Mini Plus, pads are fantastic. Like now our drum kit is a little too loud. Shoba says, I've made roughly 160 beats, all of which have been on MPC Beats. I've started in July. I've noticed the negative feedback that software got, and it makes me curious about alternatives. Well, there's another thing, Shoba. It's like, you know better than me. If you, well, here's the thing. And thank you for like just engaging in this conversation, and I'm not making any assumptions at all. Are they 160 good beats? Did you have fun making those beats? Like, do you get a lot of positive feedback on those beats? Are you able to make them like efficiently? Is it working for you? If like all the above is true, then fantastic. You have proven me wrong. Not necessarily proven me wrong about MPC Beats, but like the thing is, sometimes certain things click for certain people. We're all different, right? For me, Ableton Live, it ended up just clicking, which pushed me to pursue it further and further. Maybe for you, that's MPC Beats, which is fantastic. All right, so we just have grouped these kicks here, right? No, we're not group those kicks. We've set up 2 side chains that I'm going to group together because we use 2 kicks for this. Where did I just put those side chains, by the way? I put them on the drum track, which makes no sense at all. Let's put them on the sample track. Now, what happens if we throw a little groove on this audio? Is it possible? Yeah, but we need to do this. Is the groove happening? That didn't help at all. I'm hopeful. Do you enjoy making beats? Oh, okay, that's a question for Shoba. Yeah, that's the thing, and I don't want to knock anybody else's DAW choice. Definitely don't want to knock anybody else's DAW choice, especially if it's working for you. But if I do find that people are like, man, I've been using this software and everybody else seems to be having a lot more fun, or like everybody else seems to be making a lot better music than me, you know? It's like, well, probably because you can't find a tutorial on the kind of music you want to make because you're using, you know, XYZ DAW. Why did this paste in without the sources? That's so frustrating. Bug doesn't carry over. See, this is what I'm looking for. Very aggressive. Very aggressive. There we go. Alright, we're going to throw in another MIDI clip here. Like, I've seen a lot of really fantastic, I've seen a lot of very fantastic beat makers use, like, Reason. Anytime I see, there's this one producer that I really like. And then I saw, like, him post on Instagram, like, his DAW screen. And I'm like, oh my god, this guy's using freaking, he's using Reason. What is wrong with this person? Of course, that's like a joke, but like, hey, whatever tools it takes you to get there. All right, what I want to do actually is grab that original thing and actually make a quick one-shot sample with it. Let's do that. Hope you're all enjoying today's live stream. Thank you. I'm off to a slow start here on the. It's been a just weird day in general. So I'm in a weird music making mood, which is not getting me off the ground as fast as possible, as fast as usual, I guess. I just realized my thing is in scales mode. Ready, go. Okay, I'm gonna duplicate this. We're just making samples today. Freeze, flatten. Great, so we get both of these with tails, which means I can grab this one and put it here. What I actually want to do is turn the grid off. Hello, I have a face. Do this. Because it does start a little before one. Okay, come on. There it is. What is the scales mode? I'll tell you all about that in a second. Good question. Oops. Good. And I'm just going to auto pan this a little bit. Y'all, I roast you all every time you use auto pan, but when used in moderation and used on a proper element of your track, it can make a nice effect. I knew it. I'm so dumb. The kind of day when you throw an audio effect on a sound and you just keep moving it and you're like, you think you're hearing differences, but you're not because you have something else playing. There we go. Nice and subtle in the background. Go a little faster. Not too fast. Great. Okay, so scales mode. Ayush asked that question. So here we go. We're going to play this little instrument here. Normally on a keyboard, right, you have the white keys and the black keys. If I play all the white keys, it's a nice sound. We're in C major. If I do this, it's a chromatic scale. That doesn't really do much for us, right? So if you're new, playing in C might be easy, but you might be like, oh, I played a wrong note, something like that. So what if we could lock ourselves to a scale, which is what scales mode does? I played all the correct notes there of C major, which we're set to on the controller, but notice that these two notes now sound exactly the same. Let me go out of scales mode. That's how it should sound. With scales mode, every key is a correct note in the scale. You can't play a wrong note. So I could just do this and essentially have every note be in key. Whereas if I did this, that sounds quite terrible without scales mode on. definitely my recommendation that people just kind of learn scales or learn the science behind scales, the formula behind scales, which I have a whole freaking video on. So we're in scales mode. We got shift functionality config. You can turn it on and off. You can change the root note. You can change the type of scale, etc. Combine that with chord mode. Now we've got one note chords in key. I think on an instrument like push, a scales mode makes sense because it's like a grid instrument, right? You want it to be sort of like in fourths, so you can play with a sensical type of like fingering pattern for notes and chords. On a keyboard, though, you have all the pitches laid out in a way. It's not more ergonomic to put a keyboard into scale mode. Hackerbuff says, hey, TAETRO, that was my Studio One Discord question earlier, and you make a good point about the amount of free Ableton tutorial content online. As a total noob, that helps. Yes, and also the fact that just jumping into the easiest form of live, which is like whatever the least expensive version is, you don't have to dive right in. Like work with the most limited version, and then I've got the whole tutorial series out there for you to get you up and running with it. What are we making, though? All right, so let me turn off both scales and chords. Maybe make a freaking bass out of this. I bet we can. Not going to be a very good one. We can mess with it right after I answer this question, which is... I just saw it. That little thump at the beginning. Oh, I see why that is. I just saw a really good question. Where'd it go? Are the pads on a scale too? The pads will not be on the same scale. However, the pads have their own major and minor modes. So pad, man, there's been so many new controllers the past few days that I'm like trying to remember each of their like shortcuts and stuff. So in program select, right, which I'm in Ableton Live mode now, you can change that to major pad mode or minor pad mode. And you'll have a scale here. Which is, you know, again, interesting, but you have a whole keyboard here, so why would you need that? But then again, maybe you have the pad sending on a different MIDI channel. You can play an instrument here. You can play an instrument, two different instruments. Maybe. Perhaps. All right, I said I was going to do a bass with this. It's just going to be just disaster. I think I'm just like in the mood for doing disastrous stuff tonight. It's 8:13. Let's say at 8:30, I will go through the entries for the 343 sample challenge. If you don't know what 343 is, we got 343 Labs and 343 Studio. 343 Labs is an amazing electronic music school based in New York, Berlin, and online. Thank you to 343 for sponsoring today's stream. And we got 343 Studio as well, which is an amazing way you can study with some of the best producers and music creators around today. There we go. I want to get rid of that. I'll keep it short. All right, anyway, I'm trying to add this distortion in. I'm sorry, you guys can't see my screen. I do that, we'll be fine. All right, let's get that going. I'm gonna have to pump this. Just a weird bass. Yo, Arsh, not only am I not going to answer your question, but you're going to get banned in this chat. So you're in timeout for now, but if you want to come back and act like a normal person, hang out in chat, have a good time. It's kind of weird. What's up, Kitty Cat? Kitty Cat says, I'm digging this beat. It's not coming easy tonight, I'll tell you that much. Not quite sure what it is yet. I want this to sound like broken. You guys are being too kind this evening. I don't know if you guys are listening to the same beat. Kind of dusty lo-fi I love. It's so weird. Hey, what's up, James Antoine? If I missed any questions, comments, feel free to post them again. That bass is sample pack worthy. This is the sample that everybody was flipping tonight. We're gonna do about 10 more minutes working on this beat before we jump to entries. I just want to experiment a little that actually might mean abandoning this initial sample altogether. Or maybe in some iteration of this beat, it comes in at the beginning. How do you guys like that? Duplicating is simpler, and the slices don't even show up anymore. Telling y'all, I'm on a list because I talk about how the QA went down. Okay though, it's okay. Like, what if this was literally just air on top? Bro, that 808, it's not an 808. It's so trash, that bass. As if this audio hasn't been through enough. Let's really just total it. I think we need to anchor this with like a traditional instrument now though, right? I haven't even made my Beattober video for tomorrow. I'm so far behind today. Needs a vocal? Maybe. I got 6 more minutes to figure this stuff out. So let me quickly breathe life into this. Why? This is not J37. But y'all saw real quick why I saved before I dropped that in, eh? I don't know what to tell you. I really want to tell people how great your plugin is, Waves, but every other update it just doesn't work. Okay, I can instead use this one, which I don't know that well. Don't know it well enough, so I'm not going to get the sound I want. See, I need to say normal. dry wet on this plugin. That's fun. What I like to do is overdrive it usually. And I gotta bring all this down a bit because we're peaking in red there. I think that's mostly due to that bass that you all you psychos in chat love so much for some reason. It's a pretty cool bass. Calling us psycho. Okay, psycho. It's plugins like this that made me make my own dry wet knob. Tell me what you're talking about, but go black. Turn the bass up. I just turned it down. What's happening? Internet slow. Hopefully we don't F.
Used to wonder what you It's you.
And he loves the bass to wait to final play. And he loves the bass to wait.
It's getting harder to get inspired by the... It's getting harder to get inspired by the selection on Splice. My computer... Is it my computer? Is it Splice? What's the problem? That could be fun. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge, though. All right, let's see what we can do with that. If I was gonna spend a little more time on this, what I would probably do is find one more vocal sample and do like sort of a call and response between these two. Let's push this back even further in space. Let's take a little more time because this actually came into being like a sort of halfway decent beat. Maybe. If you watch the beginning of the stream and you're still here, you're a real one. Because there is no telling that we were going to get here from where we started. Trying. Why is it just unstable? Back in there. Maybe not even warp it. Something about that one note, though. We gotta put it on its own track, I think. So if we kind of separate these a little bit, we can make it more interesting, which I'm not gonna spend a ton of time. And just for the sake of speed, Chopa says kind of sounds like a sports or fitness commercial. Don't make me delete this beat. Don't make me delete it. Alright, so we use this sample to make these two things. That thing, which we turned off. Where did our bass go? The bass, which you all seem to love, which is just too loud. Alright, last thing I'm going to do here is just grab that, all the sidechain stuff we have, see if any of these work on this vocal group. Copy and paste the sidechains. For some reason, the input disappears. That's new. Interesting. Let me not be so shady. But, you know, shade comes my way, I'm going to throw shade another way. Peace and love. Peace and love. Alright, this mix is kind of all over the place. I wish I had my J37 on here, but once again, Waves is unreliable. Unfortunate. Peace and Love merch. Unfortunately, Peace and Love, if you all don't know, is not my creation. Not like the phrase Peace and Love, but the context in which I use it. It's not my creation. It first comes from a Ringo Starr meme. Thank you, thank you. Peace and love. when he's talking about people who send him fan mail, and he's like, with peace and love, all fan mail after July 22nd will be tossed. I have too much to do. Thank you, peace and love. But then another podcast that I like kind of took that and made it a thing. All right, what do y'all think? Final questions, if you got them, about the MPK Mini Plus. I'll answer them now, and then we're going to listen to your music. Didn't know you could do this with MPK Mini. You could do this with any MIDI controller. All I did was, All I did was throw on this master beat repeat rack that I made, which is just a bunch of beat repeats, which is sort of like 404 style beat repeats. And since I'm using the MPK Mini and it's got Ableton Live, program mode, when I've got that blue hand selected here, anything I select, any rack I select, the MPK's macros will map to those 8 macros. So I have those all available. And these basically are on-off switches. So when I throw this and it goes past the 12 o'clock mark, it triggers it. Blue hand doesn't technically do anything. It just tells you what your controller is controlling at the moment. It'd be great to record that. We'll save it for another time. We've done too much. So I guess this beat was fine. Didn't turn out so terrible. Mix is just a little odd. We're not done. This is not the end of the stream. We still have to give away, my friends. We still have. We still have to give away a full 343 Labs class. As well as 2 343 Pro sessions. Much more to go, and we're going to be giving those away to some people who flipped the same sample that I just flipped, the sample that I provided for the 343 sample challenge. Let me grab these Pro sessions real quick so you can all see what it's all about. Wow, what do you know about that? $10 off discount code if you want to tap in your phone number over at pro.343labs.com. Masterclasses with your favorite producers and DJs. You can build your own bundles over here, or you can grab these one-offs. These are like really deep masterclasses with some fantastic artists. Evan Gio, who we had on the show maybe a few months ago now at this point, she's crushing it. I think she just had a song released with Diplo. All of these artists are crushing it. 343's got a lot going on. This is the product that's all about like master classes. We're gonna give away two of these today. Check this site out if y'all want to dive in on your own. But we're also going to be giving away a full course of your choosing. And these are like for all levels. If you're a beginner, they got producing your first track course. Create your own sound, mixing and mastering, Logic Pro. Vocal production, sound design and synthesis, advanced music composition and arrangement. Did I even say Diplo? I think I meant Dylan Francis. I can't remember which one I meant. Just type in Evan Gia and see if you can find a track with either Dylan Francis or Diplo. They both begin with DI, so my brain thinks they're the same person. But then, of course, not only do we have, we got 343 Labs, 343 Pro Sessions, 343 Studio, which is great. They've, what an awesomely edited video, awesomely handsome presenter here in this video. Our friend Nefertiti Gold talking about the experience on 343 Studio. Really cool stuff. Different tiered plans. Live events, which becomes part of the subscription, but also with a free account, I believe you get access to some of the, we have recorded classes on here too, so that's cool. But here's the upcoming calendar: Ableton Dojo with Abe Duque, mentorship session with Great Dane. He's an amazing producer, former member of Team 10. Getting creative with Max for Live, no pred. A lot of you saw me using Buffer Shuffler. That is a Max for Live device. So it looks like there's more stuff coming with that through October and November. And I think there's more coming, getting added to that calendar soon. So I'm about to grab the 343 Labs Discord, which is totally free to join. I do implore everybody to join it if you can. And a reminder that we are raising money for the Music and Youth Initiative. So if you're enjoying the stream, or if you've enjoyed some of my content in the past, click that donate button, head to beattober.com/donate. And help support our cause. We're raising money for a great, great cause. But if you're ready to hear some music, some 343X Beattober music, I'm grabbing this all from the 343 Labs Discord. Let me link you all to that Discord really quick. This link will expire, so jump on it quickly. It's a totally free Discord to join. My Discord is members only, so if you do become a member this month, your membership will go towards our fundraising as well. And if you are a member, just double check that your membership is up to date. Potentially resub before the month is over, or rejoin before the month is over, just in case. Not like join again, but just double check your membership to make sure it is contributing, because memberships are weird and everybody's on a different schedule or calendar. I want to get into these. I want to give them my utmost attention. However, what I also need to do to make that a thing is run to the bathroom. So, if you will all indulge me here for a moment, I'm going to let this beat ride out for you, and then we're going to jump in. Let me do this so it like moves so you guys can watch this go by. I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick. Grab another drink if you don't have one yet. And I'll be right back. right, that's it. I don't mind that beat at all, actually. That I think has a little bit of potential. What I really want to do post Beattober is just go into a cave and quietly start working on a new sound. Not entirely new, but just really put, because like Beattober and even leading up to Beattober, I just came off an international trip. There's just been no time to settle and take time on certain things, which is fine. That's the point of Beattober. The thing that I'll say about Beattober, when you're done, if you're taking on the challenge of Beattober, whether your challenge is doing it daily or doing it every other day or doing 3 times a week, if you're pushing yourself, when Beattober is over, so like Beattober, you're supposed to be doing like a slightly insane pace for yourself. And what happens after Beattober is you no longer have to keep up with that insane pace, but the bar for what is a doable, sane pace is set higher after you've done Beattober. Because you can go, oh, well, I just made a beat and a beat video every single day in last month. Why can't I do one a week? You know? That kind of thing. Okay. Collab with FaceX? Who's FaceX? Wash it up. Is this going to open in Chrome? It's not. Oh, I think it is actually. All right, so let me get my Chrome tab situated here so we can go through these entries and I can show them to you all on screen. I would love to do that. I think I saw Milo say that somebody outbid his bid on one of the controllers. Interesting. We'll check in on that when we're done checking these out. I'll probably run a poll tonight to get our top 3. So everybody pay attention. Leave it in the hands of the audience. Okay, so then I can put Discord down here. No, don't play. I didn't tell you to play. Refresh. All right, let's listen. When I was watching this video, I did not expect this music. Thanks, Hacker Buff. Twitter review after that. I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I have the stamina for that, but we'll definitely do one tomorrow morning. This is cool. The thing about it is like I pretty much like all the sounds in it. That top melody, da, 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 that instrument, whatever that is that a vocal sample or something? It's a little harsh. Takes up a lot of the mix, even though I do like the melody that's playing, and I think with a little bit of mixing it could help. In general, I like the sound of this track. I think it's a little too lo-fi though. Like it's distractingly lo-fi. And I also wonder if that melody was just turned off, if the mix would sound 10 times better. Oh, that's the guitar. Yeah, like some subtractive EQ on that guitar. Definitely look up some guitar mixing stuff. Guitar tends to end up sounding very, very boxy, especially if you're DI in, which I think you probably are. Just be careful of that. It definitely doesn't need any low end in it, right? But shout out to Iglio Able. And then the next one up is Piccolo Black. Can you give us like a what's up? What's this? Tell me what's going on here. What sounds do you like to use most on it? Piccolo Black. Cool. I really like the intro. And then there's sort of like these big, enormous synth sounds, right? What part? Oh, the sample. The sample. Hold on. Start this from the beginning. I wasn't even thinking of that. You got your hands on both controllers, which is cool. So there's like all cool sounds in here, but once that beat comes in, it sounds really good. But I think we lost a little of your personality, Piccolo Black. I think it almost sounds a little conventional from what I expect from you, which is fine, because I think there's like the barometer, right? Which like over here is like super weird, over here is like super conventional. And I think you've always been in this space in between, which makes your beats really interesting. But I feel like that time it floated back a little too close to the conventional, maybe? I may have been pandering. Oh, I see. But yeah, that said, if you take some of this material now, this outline, and you spice it up a bit, some breaks, some effects on top of the whole thing, not effects on top of the whole thing, but like some beat repeats, some cut this here, cut that there, do interesting rhythmic things. I think it'll be at your voice, more like higher level. But overall, I love all the pieces and I love the atmosphere that you created with all the sounds. Good work. Putting in work, Piccolo Black. Let's keep it rolling. The next one was a SoundCloud link, which is not the instructions, so I'm going to skip it. Peace and love, peace and love. TI-80 Mark, we got a movie to watch. TI-80 Mark should make the horror movie that we watched during the 24-hour stream. Nice shirt. Whoa! I love the snare robot. Who's your favorite author? R.L. Stine. If any of you have like, if you go on like dates or whatever, people ask you your favorite author, you have to straight face say R.L. Stine. Okay. We've seen TI-80 Mark's sound develop a bit too over the course of this Beattober, which is very cool. Here's what I'm going to say, TI-80 Mark. After seeing month after month after month of these like cool stop motion shorts with your music, here's what I think. And you can say, F you, F that advice. I'm just doing this for fun. That would make it too much work. I don't want to do that. If you take these animated things and when you're doing them or before you do them, if you really script out like what you want the story to be and you focus on the story being so obvious, so straight ahead, like anybody could watch it and they could understand a plot and you could carry characters through. Because even when I think of when I see that robot that's playing the snare, you've done that across multiple videos where the robot's hitting the snare, right? I like that as a motif. If you lean into more of that, common things throughout each video, but then also a super straight ahead, like a baby could watch it and understand the plot without sacrificing, any kind of sophisticated editing or whatever you want to do. If you can nail that, I think there's real potential for this to be almost like an episodic thing. What if you even added captions where characters could be talking, or you could just be giving people like kind of context. Keep it simple. Don't go over. But if it's a straight ahead, straightforward plot, I think you could reach more people and it could actually be like something that people really grab onto. Just something to think about. Not feature length. This exact length, like the exact length that you've been doing, little shorts like this, just with much more straight ahead storyline. Even continuous storyline is fine. Something to think about. Thank you, TI80 Mark. Always cool. Bro, to be honest, this is going to be easy because we got our fourth one here and y'all are going to be able to vote. Did I F this up? Oh, there's more at the top here. I am dumb. I'm dumb. Okay, I got this. We're going to go with for Shane and I'm going to go back up to the top. I knew I missed something. Someone tell me if we're clipping. Oh. Perfect loop that gets me every time. That flute is super catchy. It's almost like Drake-ish, right? I wonder if is this keyboard instrument from the sample as well? I'm not sure. The thing I'm going to push you towards for Shane is like you're good at coming up with the musical ideas. The chord progression is solid. Sound selection is pretty good. Melodies are good. Like that flute line is great. I think it's time for you to take things to the next level. This is Beattober, of course, so I understand that these are like little ideas here and there. But I think you can step up the game in terms of like mix and also generally adding some more bells and whistles, some more frills that will make your tracks sound more professional and less like less like, oh, I got a chord progression, I have a flute melody, I have the drums, and they all fit like this perfectly together. If you start doing a little more, I mean, it's almost like what I was talking about with Piccolo Black stuff. Piccolo Black goes two totally different style producers, right? But when Piccolo Black does like some unconventional stuff, it perks your ear up. You do something that's a little strange, a little odd. You don't have to do anything strange or odd in your beats necessarily. But if you do a little more stuff that's a bit unexpected, or at least some transitional sounds, and here's what you do. The music that you like to listen to, go listen to it. And everything that's not just a straight ahead musical idea, figure out what that is. Transitional sound, a performance effect, whatever that may be. Figure out what the things are besides the musical ideas in a production and try to apply those to your productions. Something to think about. But thank you. Thank you for that submission, Rashane. All right, I have to jump back up because I lost track of the submissions. I started in the wrong place. And I see you all jumping on that TI-80 Mark idea. Amelia did have a good point that if you're watching, if TI-80 Mark does a video series like that, you want to keep up with it, so you want to keep watching, so that's a good thing. You don't want to miss what's happening. And then people are talking about seasons 1, 2, and 3, but what I'm going to say, TI-80 Mark, is don't let the idea overcomplicate it so that it's impossible to do. Don't think seasons 1, 2, and 3. Okay, yeah, I'm trying to find the link. Trying to make sure I'm starting at the top. Here it is. Okay. You could think about it if I'm TID Mark and I'm like, look, I'm planning TID Mark's life for him. If I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do a short series with the Control Freaks or whatever. I want to make an animated series with the Control Freaks. Oh, do I think let's make 5 seasons? No. I think, what can I possibly do that's actually achievable? I'll do 5 episodes that are 60 seconds each. Let me figure out a simple story across those 5 episodes, and then I'd start plotting each of them out. Make it super achievable. And maybe 5 episodes isn't achievable. I'll do 3 episodes, a 3-episode series, and they're 30 seconds each. And I'll plot it out, figure out what's possible, and go from there. Then I'll do a continuation, or maybe I'll jump to something new, or maybe I'll change the format, whatever. Just simplicity, and then let it grow. Because if you're like, yeah, I'm going to do a 9-season story, it's going to start with this, and it's going to grow into that, and I'm going to need this, this, and this. I need to step up the game in this, and this way. Then it won't work. Katie Cat says, those are cute. Yes, my mom made these, and these are going to go to every Beattober Award winner this year. There are going to be 9 Beattober Award winners. There's 8 categories, one of which is Best Collab, so two winners. But each Beattober Award winner will be getting one of these limited edition plushies made by my mom. All right, we're going to get back to the entries, but hey, I just want to remind everybody, link just popped up in chat for a sample pack. And if you go to that sample pack store, actually, let me just take the rest off that link. All my sample packs, if you buy any sample packs this month, all of the proceeds are going to the Music and Youth Initiative. Any sample packs. And that is also where you can get the one-on-one lessons with me. The one-on-one lessons are also available on the sample pack store. But that's enough chit-chat. Let's get back into it. We have Dan Thompson Music, who did not post to Instagram, I guess, or just gave a YouTube link, but at least it's a video, so I'm letting this slide. Here, I cannot. Let me give you guys more volume. interesting. So the thing about sounds and putting sounds together, I do kind of like the mystical nature of this. The bells and the pad sound, right? But to me, the drums don't quite fit, right? Or these sounds don't really come together in a way that seems like they make sense. Could be a mix thing, maybe. But I'm kind of lost in the sauce of the structure and the musical ideas, that kind of thing. But thank you for the submission, Sandy Aphid, in Discord. And listen, I'm going to say this with peace and love. I'm a one-man show. And Beattober is a very challenging endeavor for me to manage all of the things. So for a short period of time, I had the wrong link on my page. Now, most people were able to find the correct link fine. But Sandy Aphid, I'm just going to say, you posted like 4 times about how you had the wrong link, about how I posted the wrong link, and that so threw you off. Just got off to the wrong start following TAETRO's link to the contest, posted 4th down here. And then there was another one. And this is, I'll just say, like, this is later. Maybe it's gone. This is the attitude, like, you don't really want to, these are the vibes you don't really want to be giving on the internet. Then please tell TAETRO to fix his link. The please doesn't really matter here. Tell TAETRO to fix his link. How about, oh, I guess somebody should let him know that he has to fix the link. How about that? Instead of tell TAETRO to fix his link. Okay? So next time. Life lesson for you there, my friend. How you talk on the internet matters just as much about how you talk in real life. Doing my best over here. All right, next up we got Xenopus. Bill. Okay, Bill. This is like an OG machine. God, that must have been a lot. Sorry if I blast all yours out. Bill, I didn't feel like it was gonna end there, and I wanted more. Piccolo Black says that was mixed so well. It was definitely dope. Oh, I like that there's like projection vibes here too. Bill, I think this is the first time I've seen you do like a video. I say do more of it. Because to be honest, any version of watching an artist creating their work, even if you don't have the best camera, even if you're not that good with like angles or whatever, not saying that's you, I'm just saying this for everybody, is 100 times more interesting than looking at a graphic like this. But I think this is not the first entry where you've used like a top line like this, and I think it does you a great service. That said, I also want to see you feeling the energy as well. Be not afraid. I think there's a great performer in you, Bill. Good job though. That's awesome. Nice song. Bill also posted a SoundCloud link to the track if you want to go show love on that. That's in the 343 Labs Instagram under 343 Challenges. In fact, let me just throw that up in the chat for y'all. Bill's track Freedom. Go show love on SoundCloud. All right, great. Okay, now I think I'm caught up. So chat, I think I know if you're in this if you submitted and you're here and for some reason I didn't see your submission, please let me know. God, I'm sorry, my volumes are all over the place today. No worries in stereo. And by the way, everybody, we are going to be live tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. The stream is already posted. You can set a reminder for it now. That's 11 a.m. PST. So I think I know who my top 4 are, but let's review because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 entries. That was the number 1. That was the first one. Then we have this one. That's a little quiet. Then we have Piccolo Black. We had TI-80 Mark, and Rashane, and then we had Bill. But I just want to make sure, did I exit out of somebody's? Y'all can correct me. I didn't check out, I'm going to play Regine's track a little bit, but like, actually I'm not going to play Regine's track. I'm sorry, Regine. If you're watching this, I apologize, but the directions were very specifically to make a video and link the Instagram reel, 60 seconds, and this is 3 minutes. So like, I want to give as much leeway as I can, but I can't do that if it's so far outside the bounds of, you know, what we put forth as our expectations. Hale, what's good? Hale, did you get my DM today? But if you select the top 3, I don't know what everyone else thinks. That's right. I need to select my top 3, which I pretty much already know who they are. All right, 343 sample challenge. You will determine the first, second, and third place. I'm going to go dark for this for a second. You will determine first, second, and third place. First place winner will win a full class from 343 Labs. Second place winner will win a pro session. Third place winner will win a pro session. All 3 will win a 6-month license for Output Arcade. All right. I'm typing them right now so that you will know who they are and you can vote for them. We'll run a vote for a bit. These are my top 3 out of this selection. If I could give everybody a prize, I would. It is not the easiest thing to kind of select a winner, though. So I apologize if I don't pick you. It's not anything personal at all. But, you know, I'm doing my best here. There's lots of opportunities to win. I think you're all doing great. I see progress in every single one of you as we do these more and more and more. So please go easy on me. But let me show you my top 3 real quick. It is going to be Xenopus, Freedom, Piccolo Blacks, doesn't have a title. Really interesting sound selection. That's a jam by Piccolo Black. And then this little lo-fi jam, which I thought, despite its mix issues, I still thought like very strong musical ideas. So all three of these producers are going to receive an Arcade Output 6-month license. So congrats to you all for that. But what I need you all to do now is in this poll, I need you all to vote for your fit. Well, does this make sense for ranking 1, 2, and 3? I guess it does. We're going to run this poll for how many minutes? We're going to run this poll for 3 minutes to 9:20. Vote in the poll. And we'll pick a winner. Amelia is so kind and says, you're doing a dang good job this Beattober. Thank you so much, Amelia. I appreciate that. So hard to choose, yes. So nice, and then Piccolo Black up in here. I can 100% tell you were pandering, first of all. And of course, Freedom by Bill. Xenopus. Should I say Xeno, like a xenomorph? Like Xena the Warrior Princess? Or Zeno, like Zen?
Freedom, here I come. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Hell, I'm super interested in how you travel around with a jamstick. Is jamstick good for you traveling around? Because you are nomadic, as your name would say. I always ask, I'm always curious about your situation, Hell Nomad, because I know you're based somewhere, but are you still traveling a lot? I don't know what I actually want to ask. We're starting a timer. This is a 1-minute countdown. When this countdown is over, I will close the poll. Get your votes in. Is it going to be Iglio? Is it going to be Piccolo Black? Piccolo Black, get rid of the title screen. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Start shot of you. Or is it going to be Bill Xenopus? Where'd my timer go? All right, 17, 16, 15, 10 seconds, 10 seconds. I just found your channel today and I've binged so many of your videos already. Keep it up, man. I love your style of teaching. Thank you so much, my friend. Welcome to your first stream. And we are at 0. I am ending the poll. So that means Piccolo Black taking home first place tonight. Congrats, Piccolo Black. Remember, all 3 of you are getting a 6-month license for Output Arcade, but also all 3 of you are getting something from 343 Labs. So Piccolo Black will take home a full online class from 343 Labs. Iglio will be, and our friend Bill Xenopus in chat will be taking home a 343 Pro Session Masterclass. Congrats to the top 3. Congrats to everybody who entered. Thank you. Thank you. Peace and love. Peace and love. Do you guys want to see that original clip? The Peace and Love clip? Peace and Love. Ringo. Star. Okay. He's too busy.
This is a serious message to everybody watching my update right now.
Wow.
Peace and love, peace and love. I want to tell you, please, after the 20th of October, do not send fan mail to any address that you have. Nothing will be signed after the 20th of October. If that has a date on the envelope, it's going to be tossed. I'm warning you with peace and love, but I have too much to do. So no more fan mail. Thank you, and no objects to be signed. Nothing. Anyway, peace and love, peace and love.
I have too much to do. Peace and love, peace and love. That's me all Beattober. I have too much to do. Peace and love, peace and love. Ah, that's great. We have to go back and listen to this the very pagro peace and love, right? Technically, what does that mean with a very pagro? Pagro? Help me, Amelia. Help me understand. I can't. It's so that is the original clip, but it is so embedded into this other podcast that I listen to that it's I could never claim it, you know? Passive aggressive. Pagro means passive aggressive. If you've ever heard pagro, actually I got this. I know what we can do. Why is that sound happening? Equals passive aggressive. Amelia made it up. It's a thing. You decide. All right, this is what we worked on today. What does this sound like? That sound is that tape plugin. Because I couldn't use my J37. But do you think after restarting live, J37 will work? I guess I should just be prepared with Waves plugins to have to restart my plugin, restart my DAW every time they don't work. A, B, C, D, F, G, J. I have too much to do. Peace and love, peace and love. Okay, here's what we'll actually do. Let's. That's the chain with Tape Mellow Lo-Fi by Arturia. Let's, now that J37 is working, let's drop in this one. And let me pump up the bass a little bit on that. Let me not hurt your ears at all. And let's play this. So here's how it would sound with my General J37. No. Back a little back. The question was, did you research it and found out it was a thing? The question was, did you know it was a thing before Amelia just said it? We'll run that poll for one more minute, but it's not looking good for Amelia. Amelia's mod ship is on the line. All right, so check that out. That's the chain with the J37 on it. Let's do the chain now with the mellow tape. Tape Mellow Lo-Fi, which of course gives us this noise in the background, which could be good, could be bad. Do you have a preference? Well, this is actually not a fair comparison. Because alright, this is the same. J37, Tape Mellow 5. Can you? So you can dismiss a poll, but you can't start a poll. Dismiss the poll. I want to see what happens. So you guys aren't telling me if you like the tape one better, which is what we just listened to, or the J37 one better. I think it's the J37. It's not about if you believe her or not, Milo. It's about if it's a thing or if it's not a thing. Stop the count. What can I say? I stopped the count. J37, thank you, Jeffrey and Katie Cat, for being the only two who are listening. Okay, Piccolo Black. J37 sounds more clean in a dirty way. I think that's a fair thing. This is unfair voting. I don't have a voice. It's democracy. Of course, J37, eh? But I can do this. Both at the same time. You know what I think it is? That's not what I want to do. What I think it is J37. I think I would still keep on my master chain because I do think it's doing a little bit less like true tape emulation there, like a little. Like slightly less of the characteristics that come with tape with J37. But using the tape mellow lo-fi would probably make sense on mellow lo-fi is what it's called actually. Would probably make sense on like a singular item. So at least adding it to something like this, like these vocals, would just make it sound more like a sample, right? That's too much. I think there's some potential in like manipulating that wheel live in real time. Can I click on this or something? Sometimes in Arturia stuff there is like sometimes there's like Easter eggs if you click in the right place. I'm gonna email my friend over there. This is just a little post-stream madness here, but thank you all for hanging out today. See, this is doing a little subtle stuff. That's not half bad. Man, if you just tuned in, go check out how that beat started because it was a struggle to get to that place, but I actually kind of like it in the end. All right, everybody. Well, hey, what's up? Let's check in on our auctions here. The mini lab ends in just hours from now. Let's give it a little refresh. The mini lab is ending tomorrow morning. We're at 513 across the auctions. I want to see it hit 1K. That would be cool for sure. M32 sitting at 139. Make it yours. These are one of one custom MIDI controllers. And the most popular, I think, to date, Akai MPK Mini with 9 bids at 170. That's early. We still got 8 days to go in that auction. That's dope. And don't forget, one-on-one lessons with me are on sale. They are limited. There's 10 total, but there are not 10 available anymore. So if I were you, I would grab them before they're gone. Don't forget that we are raising money for the Music and Youth Initiative. So if you go hang out with loved ones this weekend, family members, you got that rich uncle. I know some of you got that rich uncle. I know you do. Be like, hey, let me tell you about this cool thing that I'm participating. It's called Beattober. It's for the kids. You let them know, like, hey, go open up your phone, go to Instagram, look at the Beattober hashtag, look at all these amazing producers, and then you tell them, hey, go to beattober.com and see what it's all about. See what we're contributing to. Point them in the right direction. Let them know what's up. Rich uncle vibes. I just got outbid on the Mini Lab Mark II. Uh-oh. I have a toothless uncle, but I don't think he's rich. Then what did he do with all the teeth? He wasn't selling them. That's all I got for you. And if you could all do me a big, big favor, it would be great. And by the way, if you won today, congrats to all the winners. Namely our top 3 from today. I'm going to be getting in touch with you on Monday. I will set up everything you need to get access to those classes and to get your licenses for output. I'm going to get the ball rolling on that on Monday. So please be patient, and I thank you for being patient. But everybody right now, we actually need a lot of feedback for this. If you could, just go make a free account over at studio.343labs.com. Make a totally free account and check out some of the video classes there. Can I click this? Am I logged in? Check out some of the video classes there. See what's available. Poke around and let us know. Let me know what you think. You got all weekend. If you're looking to sit back and watch like essential vocal production tips with Abe. Sit back, watch one of these. See if you learn something. Some of these, we worked hard on putting the studio together. Some of these are from the individual teachers, like home studios and stuff. But some of these are shot in studio. Wavetable synthesis with pigments. Like, we worked really hard on setting up this cool studio over in New York. So check out the lessons. Check it all out. Studio.343labs.com. Thank you to 343 Labs for sponsoring today's stream. Thank you to everybody who participated in the sample flip. And of course, don't forget, we will be live again tomorrow morning doing some more sample flipping. I'm going to grab samples from that piano book, Beattober Bounty. We're going to give away some more stuff. If you get something submitted before tomorrow, I'll accept it. Info on that at beattober.com/bounty. And scroll down to the piano book challenge to see what that is. Everybody, just drop a one-shot sample in there. It's super easy. Just bought the Ritual and Korea sample pack. Now I have full TAETRO collection. Thank you so much, Amelia. I appreciate that. Applause, applause, applause. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to everybody for hanging out this evening. Don't sleep on the piano book bounty. Yes, we have amazing Spitfire audio stuff to give away tomorrow. Oh, I wanted to just give you all the link to the stream. Don't go. Don't go before setting a reminder on tomorrow's stream. It's already there. Peace and love, peace and love. Boom, there you go. That's tomorrow's stream. Click on it, set a reminder, and we'll have a great Saturday morning together, like we're having a great Friday evening together now. Thank you all so much. Friday Night Crew, you're awesome. See you all in the morning for the 11 a.m. stream. Peace and love. Peace and love. P&O. Thank you all. Y'all are great. I'll see you all tomorrow. This has been TAETRO. Have a good one.